We're live. Hello. So basically I'm going to be doing a live Periscope now to teach you how to become, what's it bloody called? Verified, that's it, on Twitter. So just to give you a bit of background, why people are joining now. Hello everyone, hi Russell. If you say hello, let me know who's here. I'd love to say hello back. So this Periscope is going to be all about teaching you exactly how you can become verified on Twitter. And just to give you a background of why I'm doing this, like always, I love sharing anything that I've done and I've had success with. I want to share with you guys because I want you to do the same. So I've recently become verified on Twitter, and what this Periscope's all about is telling you and teaching you every single thing that I did to become verified on Periscope so that you can do it too. Hello Brit, she who bakes. If you're into baking, follow Brit, she's awesome. She's just joined the chat. Hey Brit, cool. So say hello. I'm going to try and multitask a bit now because I'm just going to try and pump out as much good information for you as possible, but also try and engage with the people that are commenting and stuff. So keep commenting, say hello, and give me some hearts and stuff like that. I'd love to engage with you. So let's go through the 5 steps. There's 5 key things that I did. Here, you got some hearts. There's 5 key things that I did to get verified on Twitter. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this and you think your audience will be interested in this, please do share it. Share it on Twitter, share it on Periscope, just to try and get the word out there to help other people, because we need to help people get verified on Twitter, because there's loads of benefits to being verified on Twitter. So, step 1 in the 5 steps. So there's 5 steps. Step 1 is, first of all, you need to read in detail the Twitter verification page. So they recently changed the way that you get verified on Twitter. It used to be that you couldn't apply and they find you. Twitter finds you and they verify the people they think need to be verified. But now you can actually apply to be verified. And if you just Google Twitter verification, this is step 1. Google Twitter verification. Twitter have got loads of info about the application process, and it doesn't take that long. You pretty much just fill out a form with a few bits of information which I'm going to talk through, but read that through in detail. And I know some of you are watching this and you may think, I've read that through, but actually read it through in detail, because if you to increase your chances of being verified, you need to understand every single element you need to get verified. For example, one basic thing is you need to have a phone number attached to your Twitter account, and a few other things like that. So make sure you really read through that document well, because it's got all the information in there you need. It tells you the kinds of accounts that get verified and lots of other information that you need. So if you don't tick some of those boxes, you won't be able to get verified. So the first step, people that have just joined, is to Google Twitter verification and go onto the Twitter website and read that thoroughly. That's really important. Hi everyone who's joining. Can you fill it out if you've been declined before? Good question, Brit. So my lovely friend Brit has just said, can you fill out the application process if you've been declined before? The answer to that is yes, you can. And this happened to me. I applied once about a month and a half ago, and they just went, you're not getting verified. So that was annoying. But what I did was I read up more, I learnt more, and I applied again using a different strategy, and it got accepted. So yes, Brit, to answer your question, every 30 days you can reapply. Every 30 days you can reapply, Brit. So if it's been 30 days since you last applied to be verified, you can apply again. But don't do it until you've listened to these 5 steps, because there's some good stuff in here that I'm going to share with you. So the first step is it was months ago. Good, Brit. Try again. You'll definitely be verified for sure. So the first step is to Google Twitter verification. Read through all the details there on the Twitter website. Step 1. Step 2 is to have a killer Twitter profile. Now, the reason I've put this as step 2 is because there's loads of bits to do with having a killer Twitter profile. But if you're thinking, I want to get verified on Twitter, but you're crap on Twitter and you don't ever use it, this isn't going to be for you. So don't watch this if you're not active on Twitter and it's not something that you enjoy and you do a lot of, because you won't be verified if you're not active and you haven't got a killer profile. So there's a few things that you need to have a killer profile for them to really to increase your chances of being verified. First of all, your bio the section about yourself, you really need to try and give provide some credible information there about yourself, because people get verified for a number of reasons: being a public figure, being of interest. So in your bio, that section there is so important to provide credible info. And if you can link to other accounts that are really credible that you're linked to, that is so important. So for example, I write for Social Media Examiner and Content Marketing Institute, and I linked to them in my bio to kind of give me some credibility, so that Twitter know that I'm not just, I've done some stuff in my life. I'm connected with some big accounts. So try and think about you. What have you achieved? Has any other accounts written about you? Do you write for any other accounts? Any other big kind of Twitter profiles? So really try and think, what accounts are you linked to, and include those in your bio. If you won any awards, so just anything like that to increase your credibility. Hi everyone joining now, please say hello, comment and ask any questions as we're going through this. I want to really make sure you get value out of this. So yeah, the second point is to have a killer Twitter profile. Also, your header image is so important. So I think, thanks for the comment. So I think that for your header image, you need to have an image or a photo of you looking like you're doing something important. Now this sounds, sorry, I'm back. This sounds really, really kind of vain and silly, but you need to make sure that within your header image, you've got a photo of you looking like you're doing something important. If it's speaking at an event, if it's being handed an award, anything that can make you look more credible and more like a public figure, put an image of that in your header, because people at Twitter will see that as well, okay? Also, make sure your pinned tweet at the top of your profile is another credible element for you. So, for example, mine is one of my biggest achievements, being ranked in the top 100 digital marketing influencers. What is your most credible thing that you've done ever? Link to that at the top of your profile, so it's pinned to the top of your profile, so that when Twitter see it, it's another tick to, it's another thing, string to your bow to look really credible. So make sure you've got a killer Twitter profile where you look really credible in your bio, in your header, you've got an image of you looking like you're doing something important. And also on your pinned tweet, it's another credible element about you. And also, to do with having a killer profile, make sure you're engaging regularly and engage with other influential accounts, okay? People keep calling me, I thought I'd turn off my mobile data. So engage with other influential accounts. That's really, really, really important. So step 1, Google Twitter verification and read through all that. Step 2, make sure you've got a killer Twitter profile which focuses on your credibility. And step 3, when in the application process, you get to link to five websites. So when you apply and type in Google Twitter verification, when you apply, you can link to 5 websites to show who you are. So within these websites, sorry, Britt, keep losing me. I'm back now. Apologies, I'm back. So within these 5 websites, you need to choose 5 websites which show how credible you are again. So for example, the websites I provided were my author page for Social Media Examiner, which is a publication I write for, my author page for Content Marketing Institute, which is another application I write for, and also my the list where I was listed in the top 100 digital marketing influencers. And the other 2, what websites did I link to? I linked to articles where people had written about me, that was it. So if you've ever had articles written about you, you're likely to be in the category of public interest. So if you haven't had any articles ever written about you, don't panic. You can start to build up your influence to get articles written about you. And there's strategies you can use to do that, I won't talk about now. But make sure you include really credible links to at least 5 websites. So try and make sure these websites are really, really credible websites. Hi everyone joining now, please say hello. If you've got any questions, keep answering away. Thanks for the hearts. So yeah, the third step is to, when you apply to be verified, link to 5 really credible websites, okay? And the fourth one, this is the most important one. This is the most important tip I can possibly give you, okay? So please listen. I basically tried to get verified once, failed, and then I read an article and applied the principles within it, and I succeeded. So please, all of you, Google Buffer verification. A guy called Kevin from Buffer wrote a blog saying how to be verified and lots of actionable tips. Read that article. So just Google buffer verification article and you'll find it. And there's so much good information in there. Some of the tips I'm taking from that, but I'm providing some extra tips, but please do read that. And one of the tips, which really was great, was there's a section in the application process which asks you, why should you be verified, right? And when I did my first application, I thought that was a space where I just talk about how brilliant I am. May I see your shoes? I've actually just got socks on. So thanks for the question. First question we've got about shoes, thanks. So make sure, cool. God, you get some funny questions on Periscope. So make sure in the section that you're asking, that you get asked, why should you be verified? Don't just talk about yourself. Because in my first application that I failed, I said, I've achieved this, I achieved that, I'm brilliant, I should be verified. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that because it doesn't work. Twitter don't care about how cool you are or you talk about how brilliant you are. What you need to do, which is what I learned from the Buffer article, is to think of to talk about the Twitter community and how you being verified is going to help the Twitter community. So for example, I spoke mainly about, I speak at a lot of events and I want to engage with my audience. No, I don't speak Russian. Oh, I do a little bit actually. Привет, как дела? Хорошо? That's the only Russian I know, thanks for the question. So, sorry, getting back to what I was saying, I spoke a lot about, I speak at events and I want to engage with my audience and I don't want them to kind of not find me on Twitter. So I basically said, sometimes when I'm at events, because my Twitter handle isn't that related to my name or easy to find, people can't find me. So I said in the application process, look, I want to engage with I want my people who see me speak at events, I want them to engage with me. I want them to be able to find me so that I can provide value for them, have conversations, give them information. So I spoke a lot about that within the application. Rather than saying, oh, I'm so brilliant, I should be verified, I actually thought, how will me being verified help and benefit the Twitter audience? Not benefit me, but benefit the Twitter audience. So think about how can being verified benefit the Twitter or your Twitter audience. Have a think about that. And that's so key to focus on them rather than yourself. Okay? And the final tip I've got for you for the 5 tips is don't give up. Hello. Hi, Kate Wittman. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. So the final 5th tip is to don't give up. You can apply every 30 days. So if you fail, and they usually tell you within a few days if you haven't been verified, wait 30 days, change up your strategy and reapply. Okay? Because there's no point. I failed the first time, but I read the Buffer article, which was really useful, and I reapplied and it worked really well. So by the way, if you've got any questions right now, please do just leave a comment. I'd love to answer your questions to help you get verified because there's so many benefits to being verified on Twitter and I want you to get those benefits. Just to go over in summary, the 5 tips we've got. First of all, Google Twitter verification and read up all the content they provide you and advice around applying to be verified on Twitter. Second, have a killer Twitter profile. Make sure you've got a header with an image of you looking like you're doing something important, links to influential pages with a nice pinned tweet with a credible element or award you've won and things like that. Number 3, in the application process, you can add 5 links. Make sure they're really credible links. If other websites have written about you, link to those. If you write for other publications, link to your author pages. Any credible websites that link to you, put those in the links when you apply. Number 4, make sure you focus on your audience when you're saying why you should be verified in the application process. Don't say me, I want to be verified, I'm so brilliant. Think about your audience first and say how will they benefit from it. And then finally, step 5, don't give up. Keep applying every 30 days if you have failed the first time. And yeah, you should be verified. If you tick all the boxes, you'll be verified. If you've got any questions at all, either let me know now or tweet me after. I really want you to be verified on Twitter because there's lots of benefits. Lots and lots of great things about it. So I hope you've enjoyed these 5 steps. I hope they're going to help you become verified. Let me know if they have helped you. It'll make me so happy if they are going to help you. And yeah, that's it really. Any questions, tweet me. If not, I hope you have a good day. I hope you've enjoyed this. Bye! Oh, we've got a question. How do you get more followers? Good question. Just before I was going to go, that was a good question. On Perry. Oh, I don't know too much about Periscope, to be honest. I'm not usually a big Periscoper. I'm much bigger on Twitter. A girl you need to follow is Katja Varbanova, I think. And she's like a Periscope queen and she knows loads about Periscope. So if you've got questions about Periscope, the platform, please do follow her. If you want to grow followers on Twitter, then there's a really great tool you can use called Juicier. If you go to our website, kpsdigitalmarketing.co.uk, and go to our blog page, and then on there and in the sidebar there's a link to the Juicier website. It's a really cool automation tool that can help you grow your followers. But remember, it's not all about numbers. I know like followers can help, but they need to be the right followers who are interested in your stuff, who engage with you. So don't just, because you can buy loads of followers for free. Anyway, I'm going off tangent now. I'll do another Periscope about that. But thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good day. I hope you found this useful, and yeah, peace!